Hello, dear friends, and welcome back to Relatos de Ternura. I'm so grateful you've chosen to spend part of your day with us today. You know, there's something beautifully liberating about reaching our 50s and beyond. We've weathered life's storms, celebrated countless joys, and gained wisdom that only comes with experience. But our bodies, those faithful companions that have carried us through decades of living, sometimes need a little extra attention as we enter this golden chapter. Today, we're going to talk about something that affects millions of people over 50, yet often goes unnoticed until it starts impacting our daily lives. We're discussing a vitamin deficiency that's surprisingly common in our age group, one that can quietly affect our energy, our mood, and even our ability to enjoy the simple pleasures we've worked so hard to appreciate. Before we dive in, I want you to know that this conversation comes from a place of care and understanding. We're not here to alarm you, but to empower you with knowledge that could genuinely improve your quality of life. So pour yourself a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's explore this important topic together. The vitamin deficiency we're focusing on today is vitamin B12, and if you're over 50, you're statistically more likely to be deficient in this crucial nutrient than you might realize. Studies show that up to 20% of adults over 60 have some degree of B12 deficiency, and the numbers are significant even for those in their 50s. Now, you might be wondering, why haven't I heard more about this? Well, B12 deficiency is often called the Great Masquerader because its symptoms can be subtle and easily attributed to other causes, or simply dismissed as normal aging. But here's the truth: fatigue, memory issues, mood changes, and that general feeling of not quite being yourself aren't inevitable parts of getting older. They could be signs that your body is crying out for this essential vitamin. Let me share Maria's story with you. Maria, a vibrant 58-year-old grandmother, came to realize she had been struggling with B12 deficiency for years. She described feeling like she was living in a fog, not quite depressed, but not her usual energetic self either. Simple tasks felt overwhelming, and she found herself avoiding social gatherings she once enjoyed. Her doctor initially suggested it might be stress or early menopause, but a simple blood test revealed her B12 levels were dangerously low. The beautiful part of Maria's story is what happened next. Within weeks of starting B12 supplementation, she felt like herself again. The fog lifted, her energy returned, and she rediscovered her joy in everyday activities. This transformation isn't unusual. It's what can happen when we address nutritional deficiencies that have been quietly affecting our well-being. So, why does B12 deficiency become more common as we age? Our bodies are remarkably efficient machines. But like any well-used system, some parts don't work quite as smoothly as they once did. As we get older, our stomachs produce less acid, and we have fewer of the specialized cells needed to absorb B12 from our food. It's not a failure of our bodies, it's simply a natural part of the aging process. Additionally, certain medications that many of us take for common conditions, like acid reflectors for heartburn or metformin for diabetes, can interfere with B12 absorption. If you're taking any long-term medications, this is definitely something worth discussing with your healthcare provider. There's also a dietary component to consider. B12 is primarily found in animal products, so if you've been eating less meat as you've gotten older, perhaps due to digestive changes or dietary preferences, you might not be getting enough B12 from your food alone. The signs of B12 deficiency can be subtle, which is why I want you to really listen to your body. Are you feeling more tired than usual, even after a good night's sleep? Have you noticed changes in your memory or concentration? Perhaps you're feeling more anxious or down than typical for you, or you're experiencing that pins and needles sensation in your hands or feet. These symptoms don't appear overnight. B12 deficiency develops gradually, sometimes over years, which is why it's often overlooked. Your body is incredibly good at adapting and compensating, but eventually, those reserves run low. I want to emphasize something important here. You know your body better than anyone else. If you're feeling off in ways that can't be explained by life circumstances, trust that instinct. You're not being dramatic or overly sensitive, you're being wise and self-aware. The wonderful news is that B12 deficiency is completely treatable. The first step is simply having a conversation with your healthcare provider about your symptoms and asking for a B12 blood test. This is a simple, inexpensive test that can provide valuable insights into your health. If you are deficient, treatment options are straightforward and effective. Depending on your level of deficiency, your doctor might recommend oral supplements, sublingual tablets that dissolve under your tongue, or in some cases, injections. Don't let the word injection scare you. Many people find B12 shots give them the most noticeable improvement in energy and being beyond supplementation. There are dietary approaches that can help. Foods rich in B12 include fish, meat, eggs, and dairy products. If you're vegetarian or vegan, fortified cereals and nutritional yeast can be good sources. Though supplementation becomes even more important, remember, this isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Small, consistent steps toward better nutrition and healthcare can make a tremendous difference in how you feel day to day. There's something deeply empowering about taking charge of your health, especially when it comes to subtle issues like vitamin deficiencies. You're not just addressing a nutritional gap, you're honoring yourself and your well-being. You're saying, I deserve to feel my best, and I'm worth the effort it takes to get there. This journey of health awareness can also be a beautiful opportunity for some. How often do we push through fatigue or dismiss our feelings because we think we should just tough it out? Learning to listen to our bodies and advocate for our health is a profound act of self-love. If you discover you have B12 deficiency, please don't feel guilty about not catching it sooner. Our healthcare system doesn't always emphasize preventive care for subtle nutritional issues, and these deficiencies can be genuinely hard to identify. What matters is that you're taking action now. Here's what I want you to do after listening to this episode. First, take a moment to honestly assess how you've been feeling lately. Are there symptoms that resonate with what we've discussed? Don't dismiss them or rationalize them away. Second, schedule a conversation with your healthcare provider. You don't need to wait for your annual physical. This is important enough to warrant its own appointment. Ask specifically about B12 testing and mention any symptoms you've been experiencing. Third, if you are diagnosed with B12 deficiency, be patient with the treatment process. While some people feel better quickly, it can take several weeks or even months to fully replenish your B12 stores and feel the complete benefits. Finally, consider this an opportunity to take a broader look at your nutritional health. Are there other areas where you could improve your diet or lifestyle to support your well-being, my dear friends? Reaching 50 and beyond isn't about accepting decline, it's about entering a phase of life where we have the wisdom to take better care of ourselves and the confidence to advocate for our health. You've earned the right to feel vibrant, energetic, and emotionally balanced. B12 deficiency might be common in our age group, but it doesn't have to be your story. You have the power to recognize the signs, seek appropriate care, and take the steps necessary to reclaim your vitality. Remember, feeling tired, foggy, or not quite yourself isn't an inevitable part of aging. It might just be your body asking for the nutrients it needs to thrive. Your health journey is unique, and every step you take toward better well-being is a victory worth celebrating. You deserve to wake up feeling energized, to think clearly, and to approach each day with the enthusiasm and joy that comes from feeling truly well. I encourage you to take action on what you've learned today. Share this information with friends and family members who might benefit from it. Sometimes the greatest gift we can give someone is the knowledge that could improve their quality of life. If this episode has resonated with you, please take a moment to like and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue creating content that matters to people in our community. And I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment sharing your thoughts or experiences with B12 deficiency. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. Remember, you are valuable, you are worthy of good health, and you have the strength to make positive changes in your life. Until next time, take care of yourself with the same tenderness you show to those you love. Thank you for being part of our Relatos de Ternura family. I'll see you in the next episode.